So let's go for the interview.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I'm ready.
so so yeah, the NonExist album is going to be released. I suppose in Europe, maybe worldwide very soon.
Yeah, on 23rd, I think.
23rd of October this year.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that's the date. Yeah.
to be honest, I haven't known the band. Um, Despite the first album was released something like 13 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, in 2002, and the second album was released something like 10 years after, say 3 years
Yeah,
ago. So
exactly.
so to remind the history of the band, why did you broke up? Because it was after you left Arch Enemy, so you got several projects, and NonExist was one of them. So why did you broke up between the first and the second album of NonExist?
You mean why there was such a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I just spoke to another journalist about it, and it was at that time with the first album. It was like it was released through Century Media, but we had a record label, a Swedish record label called War Music, who was collaborating with Century Media, and they, this Swedish label, he was so passionate about, getting some kind of super group together. So he wanted me on vocals, and then Reinholds on guitar, because Reinholds was young and upcoming guitar player. And also we put Matti Modin from The Flesh on drums. And recorded the first album, and everything was fine. It was released, and then the Swedish label kind of went down because of money or something. And then basically, more or less, the band dissolved, because we couldn't find any, I don't know, just went out to nothing.
And so you decided to reunite three years ago for the second album.
Yeah, in 2011, we started talking again, and he said, I have so many songs, and oh, really? And yeah, so let's do something. It could be cool, and I was so excited about it. And so basically, the last album, I mean, the second one, was songs from between the first album until, 10 years of material.
Mm-hmm.
So we just scraped it together and, recorded it, and it turned out pretty fine, I think.
Okay, so yeah, the band is composed of the two Johan.
Yes.
What a great name, I would say. And,
yeah.
I mean,
you like it?
Yeah, I like it. But I got double N.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
And so the band is composed of only you on vocals, and Johan Reynolds on the guitar parts. So is it still the case for the third album?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
And
same.
Okay, yeah, we don't change a winning team, I would say.
No, never.
And what about because
just to keep it interesting, it's a challenge in itself.
Mm-hmm. So. And concerning the lyrics, are you still influenced by philosophy? That I've read that you study philosophy, and
I love philosophy. It's great.
So which
life is all about that? It's all about philosophy.
So which type of philosophy actually?
Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's the philosophy of life. It's interesting. All the time it strikes me what life has to offer. It's so full of surprises, and I always had this, thoughts about, like many other people, what is the purpose of life? And yeah, we will never find out, I guess. So
From which philosopher are you near of?
yeah, myself, I guess.
Okay.
You know, I'm not. I tried Sartre. What's he called?
Jean-Paul Sartre.
Yeah, but Sartre. Sorry.
Sartre.
Yeah.
Okay, so again,
But,
French
but
philosopher. So it's a positive philosophy, I would say.
absolutely.
Okay. And so you signed this album on Mighty Music, the Danish record label, and
Yeah.
maybe you know there is a French band also called Chaptan.
Okay. They have a lot of bands actually.
Yeah. So how did you contact them, or maybe they contact you? I don't know.
No, I think the thing was we sent some promo. What's it called? Music. I mean, some bits and pieces of the new album and around to record labels. And actually, Mighty Music was the only one who showed interest, and we hooked up pretty quickly. They have a lot of bands, so but they're really interested in releasing the new album, so it was fine.
And it's funny that the album is released yet in Japan.
Yeah, since August, I think.
So, do you think you still have a fan base from the arch enemy over there since you're
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, of course.
in
Still do.
do you have
They're really devoted and really, they stick to. I mean, of course, they have a lot of new fans as well. Arsenio, I mean, but still the old fans, and they grow older just like you and me, so they remember the good times and the bad times. Yeah, of course.
Okay, will you tour to defend this new album?
The thing is, we have, I'm not like 25 years anymore. It's like totally different now. I have my job, and it's really important for me. I can't tour like I did 15 years ago. It's impossible. I can't go away for 5 weeks. So we will see what's gonna happen. We will make some one-off shows and weekend tours and stuff to begin with.
But it could be gigs. I suppose only in Sweden, or maybe in festivals or stuff like this.
Exactly, because it's not the same anymore. It's different nowadays. It's it also it all depends on where you are in your success. I mean, in your career. For example, a few years ago we were offered to be what's it called? Special guests, or what's it called?
Yeah, special
The
guest.
band the support band
The
for
support
D-side.
band for D-side.
D-side.
Wow.
Yeah, and come along, few weeks, and you only pay 400 euros a day. I was like, no, I don't. I better stay at home and make money.
Yeah.
To pay my rent, and to pay my bills. It just shows how devoted you are if you want to do this or not. I already tried it with Arch Enemy, and now it's like, okay, if it was like 20 years ago, it would be fine, maybe. But still, that's a lot of money,
Yeah.
And it's not just about. It was just an example. It hasn't to do anything about D-side in particular. I mean, it was we got an offer to do a tour with them a few years ago, and I was like, what? No.
I would like to know the reason actually why you. I know that it's a long time ago, but why you did leave Arch Enemy after burning bridges?
Yeah. It was a very big surprise for me and very big shock at that time. But as it's been a long time, and time it's like a process, you know. You get to understand things. And I spoke to Michael many times now last years, and he wanted something. He wanted to change the band in different direction, and it was he did the right thing. So, but at first I was like, "What the fuck?" You know, I couldn't believe it. But he wanted to change the band into something different, because back then we were like just, you know, rock and roll slackers, kind of. I don't know.
Because you formed Carnage with Michael, something in 1988.
87 or 88,
So
yeah.
you were friends, and I suppose you were really angry after you were fired from Arch Enemy.
Actually, I wasn't that angry. I was just, you know, kind of shocked and kind of disappointed, because I wasn't expecting it. You know, I was. But the same, you know, you just have to, you know, deal with it and, you know, accept what happened. And then a few years later, I, you know, realized, you know, okay, this is what it's like. It's like the music business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to make a living from his music. He wants to make the band like that. And I wasn't honestly, I wasn't putting too much. At the end, I wasn't putting too much of my energy into the band. So I had so many other things on my, you know, agenda, unfortunately. So it was like a mixture of all these things. I was not focused, maybe, or, you know.
Okay.
So I totally understand it. But then again, many fans were really angry, and they all supported me, and I thank them so much for that. And now they see me doing this show in Loud Park, and they wonder what the fuck is going on, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, yeah. That I don't stand for my values, or, you know. But it's not like that. It was a very difficult thing back then.
So, who in the band from Arch and me asked you to make this guest? We said
It was Michael. Yeah, Michael and me. Yeah, we're all friends, so we spoke. We speak every now and then on the phone or Viber or whatever, you know. So he said, you know, it's soon it's 20 years ago, you know. It's an anniversary for the band, and also it's an anniversary for a Loud Park festival.
Yeah.
So it was like, would you like to do this? And I was like, yeah.
Another surprise, yeah.
Yeah, of course I want, you know, for the fans.
And so, how many songs will you sing?
It's gonna be a, you know, surprise, but it's more than one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And less than 4.
So you will sing 1 or 2 songs, something like this?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And so what's the future for you, Johan? This fall and next year with NonExist, and maybe with other projects like Earth, or I don't know.
Yeah, hers is no more, but
Is that?
yeah, more or less. Unfortunately, I love that band. I love that band so much. We had some really good times and really great albums, but I found after, you know, when we were about to record album number 5, I was like, okay, let's do this, but it felt like we were repeating ourselves all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't give more, you know, and find more angles or input or something. So I told Max, the drummer, that, I mean, you know, let's do this 5th album and see what happens. And then we did it, and, you know, the band broke up without any, you know, words. So we're still super friends and stuff. Just like we. But then I have a NonExist going now, and let's see what happens, and some other things gonna happen next year, I suppose. Let's see what happens.
Thank you,
Let's see.
and talk to you soon, very soon. Bye bye. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Thank you.